Hello students, today we're going to make oatmeal cookies. Now let me show you what you're going to need to make those. So you're going to need oatmeal, sugar, white sugar and brown sugar, flour, baking soda, a couple eggs, a stick of butter, and some vanilla. And then this recipe calls for a pinch of salt. Whenever it calls for salt, I never use salt. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is preheat my oven to 350 degrees. Which I've already done. I'm going to use my stand mixer today because there's quite a few ingredients. It just makes my life a little bit easier. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cream together the butter and the sugars. So I've pre-measured a half a cup of white sugar and a half a cup of brown sugar. Place those in my stand mixer. I'm going to use a half a cup of butter, which is one stick of butter, and it's softened. I've had it sitting out for a while. And if you have a cold stick of butter, you can just stick it in the microwave for about 9 seconds. All right, I'm going to get that going. And when you cream butter and sugar, you just mix it all together until it's all one consistency. All right, that's all mixed. Once the butter and sugar is creamed together, I'm going to add in my 2 eggs and my vanilla. There's 1 egg. Second egg, and this is a tablespoon or a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm just going to put a splash in. I don't always measure exactly. Turn that back on. All right, that's mixed together good. I'm just going to scrape the sides. When you use a stand mixer, sometimes the sides of it just stick and you don't get it all. All right, so then next thing I'm going to do is add my flour. And while it's mixing, I'm going to pour it in. And if you're going to add salt, that's where you can add a pinch of salt. So once that's mixed together, I'm going to add in my 2 cups of oats. I put 1 cup of flour in there and 2 cups of oatmeal. Okay, that's all mixed well together. Now this is where you can jazz up your recipe. You can add something like raisins. That's what we like in this house, so that's what I'm going to add. Or you can add chocolate chips or butterscotch chips or any type of nut like pecans or walnuts. Or you can do a combination of all of those ingredients if you want. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just throw in a handful of raisins. Maybe 2 handfuls of raisins. And give it a quick mix again. And that's it. So I'm going to spoon these onto a cookie sheet and cook them for about 10 minutes. What I like about oatmeal cookies is they're really good to freeze. So I'm just going to make a few cookies for today. And then I'm going to freeze the rest of them. And I'm going to put them in little individual baggies, like 6 in a baggie, and I can just pop them out and cook them whenever I want. So to put them on your cookie sheet, just take a spoonful and drop them on your cookie sheet. Make sure I get ones with raisins in them. Kind of messy. That's okay. I feel like I'm always making a mess. There we go. I just plopped some on my cookie sheet. I don't even need to form them into a bowl. I just need to spoon them on there. And I'm going to put them in the oven at 350 for 10 minutes. All right, we'll come back to those and see how they do. All right, my cookies been cooking. While they were cooking, I went ahead and I took my dough and I rolled them up into little balls, and I'm just going to stick those in the freezer. So I got like maybe 4 of these little bags. So I'm freezing like 24 cookies for later. All right, so these should be done. Let's take a look at them. All right, nice and brown. Perfect. The one ingredient I did forget to put in these was the baking soda, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't change the taste of them. Baking soda just changes the texture of the cookie, makes them a little bit cake-like, but they're still delicious. Bon appetit!